Okay, hello traders. We're going to be looking at GBPJPY. That's Great Britain Japanese yen. Okay, so as you can see, we are on the daily time frame, and on the daily time frame, we can see that the market is has made a huge bullish movement. Okay, we can see that the market has made a huge bullish movement today already, Monday, and it's like a breakout. Okay, if you also look at the if we look at the resistance point on that level, you can see that it was a huge breakout with a strong bullish move. Okay, so if we look at the charts, collectively, you will see that we're dealing with a bullish trend. Okay, we're dealing with a bullish trend that got to a resistance level and forcefully break out of the resistance level today candlestick. So if we look at how the trend move, let me show you the trend for those who want to see where is the trend. So this is the bullish trend. The market is respecting this region. It come to the region and bounce off, come to the region and bounce off, and it get to this point and but for today candle, on Friday candle, it was a bearish, telling us there might be a reversal, but the candle just shoot up, maybe because of what had happened during the weekend. And so it tells us that our ideology for this particular pair is to look at the bullish movement, okay, because we are dealing with a bullish trend. And for those who are, this is London Open. The time is 9 or after 10, yeah, and we can see that that's the 10, 9, 3. So we can see that the London Open is really holding on to the bullish movement. Okay, so but if you look at the chart critically, you will see that the chart is on a particular resistance zone. It's a zone, okay, a particular resistance zone, and that's the resistance zone of 198 198.92. Okay, that's the resistance zone. That's but the price have not gotten there. The current price is at 198 point zero five. Okay, so we can see that the market can push up to that so far is at this region and is still having a bullish uh pressure. So we want to look at, okay, this is the bullish movement. How far can it go? How far can this bullish trend go? Because it just broke out, and if you look at the lines, look like an ascending triangle with a breakout at the upper side. So let's look at weekly charts to see the overview. So on the weekly chart, you can see that this market actually is a bullish movement. Okay, so because of what we can see, some setups we can see on the weekly chart, you can see an inside pin bar, a bullish setups here, and it has respond to this candlestick. So throughout this week, it means that the market is going to be bullish, okay, because of the inside pin bar you can see here on a weekly chart, okay, and you can see another one here that is a fail and still able. So these are candlestick patterns that we can see also here, telling us that we have a strong bullish momentum going on even on higher time frame. Okay, so if you look at this very well, so you want to know how far can this candlestick go. So you can see that regardless where the candlestick is now on a weekly chart is a manual support, is a manual resistance. So it means that the market is going to go up higher. And how high can the market go? Okay, so if it's already breaking this level already, so we see that the movement is going higher. We can see that the next resistance point, which can give the market a stronghold, is around 200 200.008, or we can see that the market can go as high as 207, 207, 205. So we are looking at how to gain a strong momentum on this market. So how do you now, if you look at the levels here, you see that yes, the market even on higher time frame is on a bullish, but you can't just enter right now. You want to enter except you have a good liquidity that can hold a pullback. Okay, so we want to see how we enter the markets. We're going to do our top-down analysis. If you go to then let's go to daily time frame. Yeah, fine. Daily time frame, you can see from the chart, the daily time frame is bullish. The candle is already a buy candle. Today candle is already a buy. It opened around 196.28 and it went higher to 198.08. You can see a huge uh, pips move within the period at which the market has just opened. So let's go to 4 hour time frame and see if 4 hour time frame can tell us to enter the market now, or what is the 4 hour time frame saying, as we can see. So you can see that on the 4 hour time frame, it tells us that yeah, there's a strong momentum. Sorry, I'm supposed to showcase some one or two candlestick level on daily time frame first. Like, okay, so on daily time frame, let's go back to daily time frame. On daily time frame, we can see that this is a strong candlestick move. Okay, the same here, the same here, telling us the market is doing a higher high even as it's consolidating. So, but if you look at significantly, if you want to see a chart, you must see a setups. You can see that we have a bullish setups here. Okay, we have a bullish setups on this particular, which is bullish engulfing. Tell us that we have a buy momentum. The same thing, we have an inside pin bar breaking the trend line. So it tells us that the market is on a strong bullish momentum. But do you just enter? No, you want to see, because if you look at the current price at this particular level, you can see that the market is actually very close to uh, the market is actually very close to very close to resistance level. Okay, so we can see that we can just enter the market correctly because we are seeing a bullish market, because a pullback might just wipe you out. Okay, so we go to 4 hour time frame, and you see the 4 hour, the new candle that just formed, the 9 o'clock 4 hour team is telling us that the market is trying to reverse. So you want to see, as a trader, what 4 hours is telling us, that is that about our entry should be at this level. Okay, the buy, if you want to buy, you want to see when the market pull down to this place. Okay, when the market pull down to this place, and if it's moving higher, then you can now enter. That's what the 4 hours is telling us, because the market is still pulling down, and we want to see more moment, a pullback, because it's highly exhausted. Because if you look at also, you look at the movement, this is where the movement for the 4 hours started. It starts from here, it gets a hinge around here for a pullback. So overall, the movement is here. Okay, so this kind of movement, at least from what we can see here, is exhausting movement. The market has already, stretched himself. He wants to calm down and get some momentum, okay, before it can push higher. Okay, so we can see that the market is actually consolidating on 4 hours. So we can't just enter at this particular entry. It's high. It's either you have a pullback into the zone of 196.74. If the price come down to that, then you can enter your trade. But let's now look at uh, daily 1 hour time frame. So you see, on a 1 hour time frame, you can see how the bullish movement is going. Okay, the market is still bullish even on 1 hour time frame, but we can look at how the bullish momentum is doing. Okay, so if you look at this is the trend line. Okay, this is a trend line on a daily time frame. So it tells us that the market just bounced off this place. The market just bounced us from here and is going higher. So we can see the market coming down or continue, but we want to see a pullback. Okay, we want to see a pullback before we can conclude that the market has a good entry. So you can see we want to see a pullback into the trend line. Okay, so when there's a pullback into the trend line, you can move. While we are analyzing like this, because today is Sunday, today is Monday, and a lot is going on, volatility and market manipulation is going on. So it's not every setup you just see and you just want to enter. You want to see where you add more edge to your trade. You have more odd in the market before you enter. So if you look at it critically, that's what is happening. Even on a 30-minute time frame, the market is up but because of this movement, an exhausting movement, you want to buy or buy at support and sell at resistance. So we have a target for GBPJPY for this week. Our target for GBPJPY is to make 150 pips to 100, between the range of 130 to 150 pips for the week. Okay, so we have a huge opportunity because we are dealing with a trend that we know is a bullish trend. So how do we capitalize on this trend? That's what we're going to be doing. So if we have a strategy to use in order to gain this pips, we are looking at a trend following approach, which is what we have right now. This chart is a trend following approach. So take trade at the support. We want to take trade at the support. This place is not support, particularly this current price is not support, is close to resistance, which make it very risky to take trade at this particular point. Okay, even if you go to a daily time frame, you see it's very close to resistance level. But our rule says, our strategy say you should take trade at the support for a buying trend, and you take trade as a resistance for a selling trend. Okay, so take trade at the support or resistance in the direction of the daily candlestick. That is the trend, which is what I just said. Okay, so you pick trade because if you look at this today trade is, yeah, that the direction of the today candlestick is bullish. That means we are dealing with a bullish candlestick. Okay, but we can only pick trade when we have a pullback into the support levels. Okay, we have a pullback into the support level. You pick your trade, so it's confirmed that. Then another one is a break of a trend line with a candlestick patterns setups on a daily and 4 hour time frame. So if you look at this, the daily, for you to say, okay, yeah, this market has turned bearish, we have to see the break of the trend line. Okay. So if the market alternatively, for those who will be looking at, for you to say this market is officially bearish, that means selling. We want to see how it breaks this particular trend line and start pulling down. Okay, so we can sell at this zone. We can sell here. Okay, we can sell here. But if the market is still consolidating, if it can break this particular support and go below it and even break the trend line, it means that it will shoot up. Okay, so we are looking at how this market is going to behave according to the approach we have. Okay, so we're dealing with this particular market. Very, very important that this market hold. Okay, for this is London before the New York market session open. I believe the pullback will because we are dealing with London market session right now. When the New York market session open in a couple of hours to come, that will be around 1 o'clock at Nigeria time. So it's going to be around 2 o'clock, and so it's like how many hours? 4 or 5 hours of time. The market is going to open. So if you open, I believe all this will play out. So we're going to get our entries on our VIP signal room. For those who are here to join our VIP signal room, please do contact us in 224 to subscribe to the VIP signal rooms where we'll give a timely entries on what the market is going to be doing. So if you look at this market very well, it's all about patience, patience, patience. We're going to wait for the what is going to play out. So the key thing is trade trend following approach, which we have already taking trade at support, which is what we are waiting for, and a break of the trend line if it's going to turn bearish. Okay, so very, very fantastic approach. We are looking at 150 pips on the grid between JPY this week. Let's work together and achieve this target this week. Thank you. See you some other trading time on this. Bye for now.